today, this seat is your rightful place.
Nobody.
But because of your kindness.
No. Tell the people why it is my rightful place to sit today. Then you can go to my kindness.
Okay, why is it your rightful?
Oh, then come on, get out.
Calm down.
Come on, get out.
Coach, you know what? Next week, then you come and host.
Why?
I don't want to do lose.
Why? Next week you will lose.
No form of miracle will get Chelsea to save this.
I think Chelsea are capable of scoring 3.
Chelsea will go into that second leg and probably score 2 early goals, 2-0. But even from there, I don't even trust him to manage the game well.
I agree. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Malango Podcast by Betway. The 4 houses here yet.
We're here.
How you guys doing? Coach Christopher, Coach, why are you always looking at your phone like you can't see? Do you need new glasses?
No, because of the thing here, I can't do this.
You are always, when you are looking at the phone, you do this. What are you whispering?
But the microphone, the position of the microphone.
Coach he's always like this. He's like,
He doesn't want to push
what
it.
kind of old man style of watching the phone is that?
Look, I will not
You are showing your age.
look at this man. Do you know how old I am?
How old are you?
You want to know my age?
You just asked him a question. He doesn't know exactly. It's a rhetorical question.
You know that strategy. You say when you ask somebody a question, when they repeat the question, now they think of an answer for you. But guys, what a brilliant week of football in the Champions League. Out of the 6 teams in the Champions League round of 16 this week, 4 of them suffered defeats, man, in the first leg. And only 2 draws. Does it mean that the Premier League is completely dead? It's an exaggerated league. And that the Premier League people need to rethink about the league. So we'll go through the games tonight. Real Madrid, I don't know what happened to them, man. Like all season, we've been discussing their problems, and without their best player, somehow, someone who has never scored a hat-trick in his entire career, somehow comes up with a hat-trick and destroyed Manchester City in one half. Could have been 4-0. How do they keep doing that? I don't get it.
You get
Chelsea's,
it, you get it. No credit better Becca. You get it, man.
Then there is Chelsea. The glasses, it's like we need to add another layer of thickness.
Winning Chelsea.
We need to add another layer of thickness to the glass because coach. No more.
You are occupying the wrong seat.
I shock. Coach, remember.
He's doing what?
He's occupying the wrong seat. An agreement is an agreement. Occupation, c'est
What do you mean?
wrong game.
What do you mean?
There was an agreement.
1, 2, 3. Can you help me uplift this ball?
Uproot.
No, today is not by one. It was one. God, it was one time thing. It was one time. It was one time.
No, it's any time.
Coach, it was one time. Since the Chelsea has lost games.
No.
But coach has not been here. So why today?
We will choose when to enforce that agreement.
You instigated. That's why you were whispering into his ear. Coach, in all fairness, since then, Chelsea has lost more
Where is
games.
the fairness coming from?
Coach, let's do this.
Let's do what?
No, let's do this.
Let's do what?
I'm negotiating.
Negotiating for the West.
Coach, relax. You will like what I'm about to say.
I'm in charge.
Yeah, he's in charge.
I am in charge.
You are in charge. Coach.
Today you're not. I'm in charge.
Coach, you are in charge.
I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
The word is charge.
You should not be suggesting or saying anything.
You don't have any power. You are not in charge.
Okay, how about this?
How about
Don't negotiate. Don't.
Guys. Coach, next week, you.
No.
The agreement was anytime Chelsea loses. You come and say
Chelsea has lost several games. Since
Ekome.
then.
You
won't decide when we
Why
choose
this
to
one?
enforce
Listen,
it.
Why this one?
Enyo, ete, ejwe, enumo.
Enumo.
5.
First time since 2000.
So why should you be seated there?
Enumo.
Coach, you know what? Next week, then you come and host.
Why?
I don't want to be honest.
Why next week you will lose?
It's loud.
You have to look into the camera and officially
No.
tell the viewers that you are pleading with me to host the show today.
beg.
Okay, coach. Today, this seat is your rightful place.
Now go there.
But because of your kindness,
No. It is my rightful place. Tell the people why it is my rightful place to sit today. Then you can go to my kindness.
we had an agreement.
Oh.
Start afresh.
Start afresh.
Start afresh. Why you dey suffer?
Guys, coach, this seat is your rightful seat.
Now go there.
Because
You are an important member of the Malam Goal Squad.
And-
an extremely important member. And this seat is reserved for
Nah. Charlie.
Why you dey suffer?
okay, why is it your rightful?
Oh, then come on, get out.
Calm down.
Come on, get out.
Calm down, coach.
Look at this one. You don't get out.
Calm down.
Ask me,
Oh,
why
I
is it
said, okay, calm down. Guys, calm down. In my defense,
You don't have any defense, who?
I do.
Hey.
In my defense,
You
if
know
the
what?
agreement was...
Wait. If you want to say in your defense, you come and sit here.
And then start defending yourself.
Start defending
Yes.
yourself. For as long as
When
you are
we listen
sitting
to your defense,
then we could decide whether
it
you
makes
defend
sense
or what not.
Okay, coach,
Yes.
Chelsea lost the game. And we had an agreement
Now go there. That,
if Chelsea loses a game,
especially in the Champions League,
especially in the Champions League,
Douala. Repeat.
I will
after
not
me.
host the program.
No. Allah.
Dollar.
I Fento Tahiru.
I, Coach Christopher Nimley.
Are you misbehaving or what? I Fento Tahiru.
He said, I
No, you are repeating after me. Whatever I say is what you say.
Whatever you say, then I was okay.
Yes.
Go on.
So I Fento Tahiru.
I,
Fento Tahiru.
Tahiru,
Yes. Will not host the show.
will not host the show.
But now you can talk about my kindness and my benevolence.
But out of the abundance of your heart,
Now go there.
you have decided to have mercy upon my soul.
So you can now host the show.
You can host comfortably.
You can now hold the show comfortably. Let's go.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much for your kindness.
Go ahead.
So, in other words, if I ask Coach any, if I
Question, you will
so
sack
he
him.
can, so it means I'm tiptoeing around here today as host.
Don't try.
Okay, thank you, Coach. I thank you very much.
That's right.
Let's talk about your favorite team, Chelsea Football Club, against Paris Saint-Germain. Things were going well. 2-0, Chelsea were playing very well. They were matching up with PSG, even looked better than PSG at certain moments of the game. And then, it just all completely fell apart.
Can I borrow your spectacles?
Liam. Edro Omo, we never say.
Yeah. Hey.
Professor Limley.
Leand Rosino.
Reservoir.
Rosinia.
Coach Rose. What are you doing? Hey. Get back. Who should get back? Enzo Fernandez. I said, should get back. Then Palmer. Then he brought this. Did you see that? He brought it. The lap up.
Start warming up.
The injury pro midfielder, what's the name?
Lavia.
Lavia up. Calm down, calm down, calm down. No rushing, calm down. Then the goalkeeper, he dashed the ball 3-2. Quick, get up, quick. Then he changed. Then I watched the man. Is he seeing clearly or he's blind? Look, yesterday,
Give me my glasses.
you can take your spectacles.
You can tell your
Demonstration over.
Look,
The glasses he was wearing is increased the thickness.
hey, them coachy.
Them coachy.
Them coachy.
Is it taking some-
Spectacle.
My what? Spare what? Spectacles.
Look,
Game management.
this is what Chelsea has become.
a shock. Charlie, they spoiled the team. Oh.
Charlie.
They spoiled the team.
Look, me, everybody in Ghana,
It was
knows
embarrassing.
I don't support Chelsea.
Wait, so why you fold one way, one day up?
Swag.
Steez.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Coach,
This coach, you people, you have to fire him immediately.
what did he do wrong? Just situate the issues for people.
You see, yesterday he told and showed everybody that he's not there. I mean, I've not coached at that level, but this game, Kwandi, I'll manage it. This game, them game, I'll manage it.
But Chicky is.
Charlie, I will manage this game simple. You see,
At all, Chelsea were comfortable.
throughout the game, you could clearly see that anytime Chelsea decided to pass from the back, starting from the goalkeeper, and PSG also decided to press,
Problems.
they were living on the edge.
It was.
They were living.
There were signs.
And I was telling myself that
There were signs.
Papai, this Rose man, he can't see. He's got spectacles on.
Spectacle.
Oh, Charlie.
There were signs.
There were signs. And I was actually, look, there's nothing wrong to believe in a way of doing it. But the moment you see that your opponent has also devised a strategy that tend to make you
target
very
you, yes.
uncomfortable, change it. Change it. All you need to do was, and I thank God because I saw that in the first half. And somewhere in the second half, when after the third goal had been given away, there was a fourth goal that nearly got given away, and Enzo Fernandez got ballistic. Told the goalkeeper, "Why drink Juma?
Yeah.
And what's that? Why drink Juma?"
He had a-
I was being
argument
you
with the
saw that?
goalkeeper. Yes.
No, it was an offside goal. The lead.
That's what
Yes,
he's talking
that's
about.
one.
Yes, that's
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that one.
He was being
That was
pressed.
after Vitinha's.
Yes.
But Vitinha,
You see,
Oh, he fought Dinkham.
Enzo,
He deserved it.
Enzo was being pressed. And yet still, the keeper had the audacity to give it to the player. And only for the player to tell him that, look, I can see from behind. You can see. Once I'm coming again, go long. These are coaching.
Game management.
Game management.
It's two legs.
Look, at 2-2, I thought Chelsea's worst would have been a draw.
Me too.
And go and watch the game. At 2-2, when it went 2-2, in the next 10 to 15 minutes, when they decided to
Relax a bit.
soak and then stay compact, PSG will go and then they will come back. They will go and then they will come back.
no space.
They will go. I saw that. I counted as many as 6 times.
Sequences.
When PSG went, no space, they brought the ball back. And you could see. Now, the goalkeeper commits an error. It's better to lose 3-2 than to lose 5-2.
Absolutely. It's knockout football.
So there were, and having in mind that wasn't the deciding game. There's another game to be played
whole
in
90
a whole 90 to be played at Stamford Bridge.
You're home.
One goal deficit is
It's
nothing.
okay. What I truly didn't get was when Chelsea went 3-2 down, Rosenor then decided that it was an opportunity to not only change personnel, but to completely tell his team that go and equalize the goal. We can go and equalize the
Charlie.
goal. They made home with that. I've never seen that. And I was watching the game at extreme cut where I normally go for my head cut. And there's this guy who plays football, a very good friend. He was asking, the guy supported, he said, coach, would you do what the man has just done? I said, no. I'd rather lose 3-2 than to go after 3-3 and get punished. Look, friend, Manuel see.
And they scored.
I was just telling the guy, I just didn't land. And then
The fourth and fifth goal, the way they, I wasn't even. In your right, I wasn't paying about the goalkeeping mistake.
Such a foolish goal to concede.
I saw the goalkeeper mistake there.
It happened
Because, like I
at
said,
that point, the game
that's why I laid the foundation that has happened throughout the game.
Yeah.
They were always on the edge, and I could tell that error was coming. It came. Now, once it came, as a coach, you don't completely change your system to tell your team that they should go on the attack. That's what PSG want. PSG wanted the game to be chaotic because you could clearly see that they had better outlets in Hakimi.
They did.
Anytime Hakimi is coming, nobody follows him. And there were countless occasions where you could see Kukurea being torn in between. Do I leave and go after Hakimi or I stay? If you stay, Hakimi too is going. And go and look at the fifth goal. Go and look at the fifth goal.
4-2.
Hakimi started in front of Alejandro Garnacho.
He stopped chasing.
But when Hakimi took off, Oshenide me. What tomo, Oshen. And I was asking myself,
just watching him.
I follow him. Because you could see the ball from the goalkeeper to Neves, from Neves to Hakimi, Hakimi to the guy who was playing in front of Hakimi, and then Hakimi came into the middle to the Japan or
He can hit the man flicked it.
and then
He flicked it back to Hakimi.
Hakimi just took off. Garnacho stood there, Hakimi just went past it. At that point, even at 4-2,
Was still okay.
keep your team in shape.
Yeah.
The game has already you don't have enough time to respond.
To score 2 more.
Because
so limit.
as at the 82nd minute, it was 2-2.
Yeah.
Chelsea 2, PSG 2, 82nd minute.
No, the third goal, 74th minute.
That's
Vitinha
what
goal.
and I'm saying that
Talking about 72nd minute.
as at the
Yes.
72nd minutes.
no, when did the third goal come?
74.
74.
74. Okay. So it was 3-2 as at 82 minutes.
Yes.
3-2. Janisa. Rose. Janis. Auntie Rose. Janisa.
Auntie Rose.
Janisa. Leave it like that. Rosie.
Rosie.
What is wrong with you?
86 and 94th
What
minute,
is wrong
the last
with
2
you?
goals.
What is wrong with you?
Nonsense.
And that's because Chelsea just threw everybody
I
for
thought
looking
that
for what?
when he brought on Latvia,
He did a double change.
he did a double change.
Romeo laughed.
But this guy,
No,
this guy,
it's Latvia. Latvia.
this guy very flinch boy. This guy very flinch. Why do you watch all this?
Coach intentionally mispronounced his name.
No. Ask Coach
Did he call him Latvia?
Don't worry. See, Joe, watch my face. He laugh.
But he started to laugh before.
No. I know.
As he brought on Latvia.
Not Latvia.
Oh, no.
Latvia.
There's a country called Latvia. Isn't it? So as
And the
he
human
brought
being is called Lavia.
as he brought
Lavia.
on the Lavia boy,
Okay.
my understanding was, let's stay compact and then let it go.
Yeah.
3-2, 4-2, we'll take it. But shockingly, when he brought the ball on, they felt that Delap boy should score a goal at all costs.
A shock.
Onyati, Onimbobo. So when Palmer had the ball, or there was a ball that was given to him, all he needed was to do a cutback so that Palmer would just slot it in. You saw the shot he played?
Yes.
We needed to move the goalpost 2, 3, 4 yards towards that end. Striker Benny. Granted, you saw that shot, isn't it?
No, it was Enzo.
No.
Palmer and Delap and Lavia came on at the same
Yes,
time.
so it was Enzo who gave him that
Yes.
ball.
Palmer went off for Lavia.
Yes, for Lavia.
You had to cut the ball, but yeah.
You had to cut the ball back. And then, because at that time it was 3v2, just cut it back. Enzo controls Chelsea's
One
game.
pass.
One pass. But short, you have to move the goalpost. I think, tactically, Rose's management of the game was what exposed him. The Rose person become a tackle man. Roses. his management of the game was what just stabbed his own team in the back.
Yeah.
He didn't understand the prevailing situation and the fact that there's another game to be played.
And that kind of awareness comes with experience.
Exactly.
Elite mentality.
Exactly.
Awareness that this is a tie over two legs. And
but is it
actually
from the way he behaved? Is that Chelsea came to the starting point with some form of arrogance that they felt they would not lose to these guys. They wanted everybody to know that 3-0
was not a fluke.
Was not a fluke. It was not a fluke in America, but in France, you dare not.
You see, it's very interesting. Like I don't even, and this is not revisionist, whatever, but I don't think a manager like Maresca loses that.
No, he will lose. He would have understood the situation. He would have come with the game plan that would make sure that they'll win the game. And if you have Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, all in midfield, what stopped? And then Rich James.
Charlie,
and you cannot sit back, stay compact, and nullify these guys straight. Because he has told the boys that they have to go. Look at the goal that Rich James lost. When he picked up the ball, he was thinking of moving the ball forward. So he was not watching.
Yeah.
So he was looking at where is the next forward pass. If they decided to manage the game, he could have just gone one touch square. One touch square. Go, come back square. Okay, goalkeeper take. We are going. Boom. Let them play for the second ball. We will stand and watch what happens. Then we react. It was so bad. And no form of miracle will get Chelsea to save this.
I think Chelsea are capable of scoring 3. What they are not capable of is
clean sheet.
So no form of miracle.
Yes. I know. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just adding something.
They can score the 3 all right. But again, look, maybe my last one before mine, because we have a lot to talk about. Look at the Kvaratskhelia goal.
Which one?
The bending.
The first one.
But there were 5 Chelsea defenders.
No one was close.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nobody charged onto the ball. They rather stood there expecting the ball to come and hit them. Especially those 3 and he was using them. He was betting the arc. If you watch him clearly,
he kept the going first touch, looking for the opening.
No, this is not the zone. The second touch, this is not the zone. The third, this is the angle.
And the hard no.
But we are grateful for such performances. And we seek more of such performance. Don't laugh. We are grateful.
There are a couple of storylines from there. And a lot of people were very critical of Philip Jorgensen.
That's what I want to touch on.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper.
Has Sanchez been that bad?
No.
Because Jorgensen, since he came,
Look, I think there was a reason why Jorgensen got the starting position.
I'm listening to you.
If you look at the instructions throughout the game, you could clearly tell that Chelsea were insisting on building from the back.
Right.
Now, when it comes to ability with the ball, Jorgensen is better than Sanchez.
Correct.
So I'm very sure that's what informed the decision for him to start ahead of Sanchez. But here's a problem. Sanchez is below average in modern day terms when it comes to playing from the back. Mm-hmm. So if you are better than him, you've not done anything.
Right.
With the way Chelsea wanted to play from the back and the way PSG press, you would need an elite goalkeeper with that ability.
Like Ederson.
So if you had Ederson, fine, you can go ahead and do it. But if you have 3 goalkeepers and 2 are better than Sanchez, they are not being better than Sanchez.
And that's it. Enough. And add the fact that where that seems to be the only attribute.
Yes.
Where they are better.
So that's where I'm getting to.
Yes.
So he prioritized somebody who was okay
passing the ball
over somebody who's a shot stopper. Now it takes me back to the Club World Cup final.
Yeah.
Before that final, most of us were looking at the way PSG press.
Yeah.
And we're looking at Sanchez, that he could be a weak link. But this is where a thinking coach comes in.
It was going long.
Maresca, simple. It's not even just the going long.
Yeah.
The way and the angle of the passes that were coming to Sanchez, they were all coming this way onto his right foot.
Yeah.
When the Chelsea right back, Gusto, they didn't come back to him because it will mean he will have to take it to an uncomfortable area or he will have to touch it into trouble. So all the passes that were coming to him were coming from this side. So that if he needs to take a touch, he's taking a touch onto his right side and boom, direct to the right-hand side. That was a simple instruction. Okay. So in that game, Maresca alters the goalkeeper's kicking instructions to suit the game plan. And that's a thinking coach. So in as much as PSG were pressing, they were not getting the better of him because he just kept on going. Reservoir decides to take...
But you fool or what? Somebody say name be Rose. Somebody say name be Reservoir. Somebody's...
Now, coach, on
Let me say you understand what you talk.
His name is
Reservoir decides...
Senior. So just but the S. You can't say senior.
He says his name is
he knows the name.
Senior man.
He knows the name.
His name is Ro Senior.
It's not like nobody can.
But then, because of hold on, because the S is in between two vowels, it changes to a Z sound. So Rosinia.
But the guy himself said his name is Rosinho.
It's Rodzinho.
I don't care.
I see.
His name is I-O-R.
Reservoir.
So Reservoir.
It's not an English name.
So, and then no papa no bon.
It is not an English name. Why do you want to anglicize it?
But that's an English spelling.
What do you mean?
But you...
It's true.
Javino is a Greek spelling.
It's true. What am I lying?
It is not...
What do you mean?
If you hear Noah
It is
in
not
French, hold on. I said no,
it is not
guys.
the name
French
of
is
an
black
English-
or something.
I'm the only linguistic student here.
Friends, it
If
is
you
not
say,
a name
if you
of
hear Noah,
English
there is
origin.
nowhere
Friends.
Noah pronunciation should come with an I-O-R spelling. It should come with an O-I, not I-O. What's your problem? So I'm saying that what he can say what he says. I'm saying it is his fault that we are where we are today.
No,
with
you
the
see,
mispronunciation.
what you're... This whole crash course in whatever doesn't matter here because it is not even an English name for your English regulations to apply.
The things I don't care about the guys.
Thank you.
Monsieur Reservoir.
Reservoir. So Reservoir, no. This is why I have a problem with him.
Mm-hmm.
The tactic you chose to play didn't suit the goalkeeper. It wouldn't have suited any of the goalkeepers at Chelsea. Okay. It was a risk waiting to explode. Now, what he failed to factor in was the need for a shot stopper. Mm-hmm. Because you are facing PSG in Paris.
You face shots.
By all means, you will concede chances. And you will need your goalkeeper to come up clutch for you. Look, that Kvaratskhelia first goal, the Kelano. The power was good. But the direction
wasn't excellent.
The goalkeeper should be saving that.
Yeah.
You have a point.
It didn't go to the corner. In fact, if you look at
It didn't went out
and come in.
Yeah.
If you look at the goal again from the angle from Kvaratskelia's view, you would see Reece James slowly moving. He read the whole thing and went away because if anything,
to give him a clear view.
So went away and blocked where the ball probably would have bended in, knowing that if he goes by him on his right side, the goalkeeper is saving it. And then he turns and the thing is in the back of the net. Now, Jorgensen, what's his issue? Positioning, footwork, all over there. Benjamin Asare is saving that all day. All day. No, simple. He's saving that all day. So I don't get some of the thing, and it worries me because, look, 4 of us here sitting here don't support Chelsea. But we expect a certain standard from the... Chelsea have shown that this is Chelsea we are talking about.
And you know the problem? You could tell that even the players were frustrated with the goalkeeper.
It's getting annoying. Look, you are facing a team you beat...
Defending champions, bro.
Comfortably to win your biggest trophy last season. Or probably the biggest trophy you've had in the last 4 years. The World Class Championship. Then you go in the game. You are...
Matching.
In fact, I'll say Chelsea were better. Chelsea were better.
Chelsea were definitely better.
There was a template.
Why was
template? And the good thing is that the players were all fit.
Yeah.
They were all there.
Everybody was available.
And Fofana. Fofana is no, exactly. The one catch Fofana didn't play.
Fofana is back. And you see, look at the last goal and the Dembele goal. The Dembele go close to halftime.
No reason Chelsea should be where they were.
No.
Every player, the way I was so upset about the Dembele.
What are you doing at that time?
I was more upset about the Dembele goal than any goal in that game.
Like, what are you doing? For
There was
PSG,
no reason why Chelsea were where
PSG
they were.
are getting counter.
When they broke, Chelsea only had 2 players.
No, but that's serious. Like,
From
PSG at home are scoring you
Can you
2
imagine?
goals in transition at home. PSG.
Bro.
And on both times, one, it was 1-1. Second one, it was seconds to the end of the game. And you had a 2-goal deficit. So what are you doing chasing 4-3? What are you doing? For me, he has killed the second leg. Because if it was 3-2, Chelsea are winning. If it was 4-2, I even back Chelsea.
Yeah.
But the 5-2, that 3-0
No,
deficit,
the 3 goals,
I don't
yeah,
even
you have
trust
too much.
Rose. And that is easy. Chelsea will go into that second leg and probably score 2 early goals, 2-0. But even
But
from there, I don't
Rose,
even
no.
trust him to
I
manage the
agree.
game well.
I agree.
You self-distract.
I was so upset.
And that's what, that's what pains me. I like when the big teams are doing well. It's nice for football.
It is.
Because competition is there. That one, when you're laughing at somebody, it touch them. But it's like last season, you can't laugh me, man, you. I don't care. Everybody's beating us. So, what are you going to laugh? But look at this Chelsea team. You are struggling to make top 4. You are going to go out in the Champions League in this manner, in a game where we all know that under different circumstances, you are winning this thing. Simple.
You can win.
Chelsea should be knocking PSG out, to be honest. I don't want us to dwell too much on the situation. If you have something
Up or
short
down.
to say,
there are
but
things
I
to
really want us to go into the Madrid one.
No. I mean, I won't keep long on it anyway.
Say one more down.
Look,
Oh, I'm serious.
Liam
People
Ros-
want to listen.
Rosinos,
I want to listen. You now, you know that I'm right.
no, Rosinos,
That
No,
the
there
people
are things
really
to be said.
Okay.
We'll have time for the Madrid one. Don't worry.
no, Rosinos coaching was spot on up onto a point. The reason why he chose Jorgensen worked to a point. The
It needs
reason
to work
why
the whole game.
No, I'm coming.
Game
The
plan,
reason
it should work the whole game.
No. Games are managed in phases, and that is why he lost.
Yeah.
You don't think that the way you start a game automatically you finish. You have to be paying attention to what
So
your
why was
opponent
he
is
not
doing.
doing it?
So don't say he has to work all game. The
No,
way
you
he
have to work
started
every phase.
Yes,
No,
no,
you
he doesn't
see,
have to work
no.
in every phase.
If you work in every,
The
then
approach
there's nothing to change.
The approach he chose was spot on. In fact, PSG anticipated Chelsea were going to play like they played in the Club World Cup. And in Parc de France, on that pitch, the going long wouldn't have necessarily worked like it worked on that half artificial pitch in the USA. That pitch, when you play the ball long, the ball doesn't bounce. When it touches the grass, it's coming back down. So you can, but in Paris, it's a different turf. And you're correct. If you play the ball, it will go. So in Club World Cup, if you realize, when they're playing against, anytime they kick the ball long, it doesn't matter how late or early Gusto or whoever gets there, they'll pick up the ball. Because the ball, when it bounces, it's not going away. It is bouncing on that hard surface. On this grass, one of the best pitches in Europe, the same effect won't apply. So the way he coached the team, and that is what he did. PSG, as we know them, love the 1v1 press, and they are incredibly aggressive about it. Massively aggressive about it. The problem, however, for me was why Chelsea were not giving Neto a lot of the ball early. Because a few times Neto got the ball, he set the team forward. Because for PSG to be good, Hakimi has to be in certain positions, and those positions doesn't necessarily include his natural right back role. When PSG have the ball, Hakimi doesn't have to be a right back. So anytime Chelsea won the ball, they should have the out ball was quickly
Because
Along
you
that
mean, there was always space for Neto.
every time. And so they had the out ball. When Chelsea were building up from the back, and the reason why, you see, building up from the back is a lot of risk. But when done well, City have beaten plenty teams with just passing the ball from the way evading the press. The way PSG presses, the moment you evade, did you see the way Monaco handled them? The moment you evade their aggressive press, the space is by out. But the danger is to be able to evade that kind of press. You need to also commit a lot of bodies into certain zones. Now, when you do so, when you lose the ball, your players might be out of position. So, up until Jorgensen's mistake that led to the Vitinha goal, Chelsea were okay. In
That's
fact,
what we are saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we all agree
we
with
all agree with you up until that
the
point.
risk, look, Any team that passes from the back, you will see the risk. It is clear.
No problem. So at 3-2 Chelsea were fine.
No, first,
Then what happened?
Let me walk through the game. Because when teams are pressing as aggressive and as high as PSG does, it will always be on the edge. But it was never a problem as long as the goalkeeper was picking the right players to pass the ball to. Because some players are tidier with evading the press than others, which is clear. Now, here's the thing. PSG got their first goal. After that first goal, I'm not necessarily going to blame anybody. It was a very good take. I think maybe people didn't get close to Bakola enough because in the box,
because you see, the problem is when there's a player striking the ball, they stand there for the ball to
nobody go close to him enough.
You have to charge on the ball.
I don't blame the coach.
Charge on the ball.
On the second goal, let's not forget Chelsea almost made it 2-1. And the only reason why Chelsea created that
the ball
chance
was saved.
The only reason why Chelsea created that chance, if you want the build-up, Chelsea necessarily need to commit that number forward because of the way they were building up. And in that build-up, they had contained PSG for a while. And players had moved into very, very good positions. Only for Palmer's ball to be saved. Mm-hmm. And in fact, on the rebound it was Palmer's ball that was saved. And on the rebound, the captain Marquinhos makes a very good clearance.
Yeah.
But even from that point, Caicedo is going to press Hakimi. And Hakimi intelligently just toe-pokes the ball to Desiree Doué. Because if Caicedo won the ball, he would have had enough time and space. We know he can shoot. But this is what Doué does that is intelligent. There's somebody approaching him, but there's a little skill. See, football is a little thing so. Yeah. Another player would have taken it to his left. But Doué dribbles the player and he opens inside and he opens the angle. Like, you want to say airful. But that little skill is what opened the angle. Then he sends the ball to Dembele. Even at that point, Chelsea were good, 2v1, until Hakimi arrived. Because it was Hakimi who started the move.
Who took Cucurella away.
Took Cucurella away. He started the move and then took off.
It was late in the box.
It was 2v1. The way Chelsea were going to score, if Chelsea have a 3-man rest defense and Caicedo has been beaten, and it's only Dembele who's available, and the Chelsea have Fofana, their centre back, and Cucurella, another defender, 2v1, it don't be bad. The situation is not bad. But Hakimi hasn't given up on the ball. He's galloping hard and fast. And when Dembouz Ballon d'Or has the ball, he can beat whoever. And then
it was that Hakimi run.
It was that Hakimi run.
Hakimi takes Cucurella away. Which informs Dembele
to come back because he was looking for.
I don't know.
See that one. I think the Fofana.
Oh, they deflected. It deflected a little bit.
The injury has messed him.
Oh yeah, it's Fofana. He deflected Fofana. It came on Fofana. So for me, I look at that second goal 2-1. I get this frustration for a Chelsea fan, but you can't miss out the point where Chelsea almost made it 2-1 from the way they are committed, and PSG were struggling at that time. Chelsea and PSG, they were struggling, and then they made the most of it. So fair, it's painful, it's everything, it's bad. But you see, this is where I say the coaching he chose was good up until a point. When this guy stopped the man marking, Henrique stopped the man marking. That is where he should have gone long. When Henrique stopped Vitinha on
following this one,
and then Vitinha became just look for the space and then block the pass. That is where he should have stopped the high risk he was taking. Because Vitinha was an extra man who would read where, and if you realize, when the passes were getting Nevia, it was mostly in the second half. And at that point, Vitinha was an extra spare man. He had forgotten that's his man marking. So Vitinha is always reading the next angle of the pass and is doubling up on whoever is going to get the pass. And that is where we thought, Chaladni Yayehu. Then all of a sudden, Jurgensen is getting convinced. At that point, if you're a coach, because PSG have changed something, to change your strategy. Because with Vitinha pushing high means Hakimi now has to come into midfield. Where's your out ball? Yeah. Neto.
So what Maresca did in the first leg,
because what you did in the first half worked. But now that they have changed, respond. He didn't respond. And then the mistake happened and Vitinha intelligently clipped the ball.
So the control was intentional.
It was intentional.
Lifted it
to do that in that kind of game at that time and the pressure, it's great. Then
we are seeing in our midfield
the Vicha goal, and this is where this guy would like Luis Enrique. He saw what Enrique did. Pamba onka anwoyanti. This is what Enrique did after 3-2. After 3-2, he further allowed the team to stop doing the pressing. So what did he do? He pushed Nuno Mendes forward. Kvaratskhelia was another winger with Nuno Mendes on that side. So they were doubled up on Reece James, who by that time Gusto had gone off. So Reece James, who was tiring, Kvaratskhelia and Mendes were there because Hernandez has come to play left back. And then Lee and then Hakimi. So nobody's occupying the center halves. Nobody. So Kvaratskhelia and Mendes are on Reece James. And then on the other side is Lee and Hakimi on. And in the game, we saw Kvaratskelia's first goal. He's not playing so wide. He's coming to the half space, and then he has the ball. That's what coach says perfectly. See, if you know the player, you can predict him. You want him to take the ball to his left than to cut in.
Yeah.
And I won't go back to what Danny said. I had it on my mind long time. The goalkeeper's starting position is poor. Sometimes read the player. If he's cutting in, there's only one thing he can do. He's bending the ball. So start narrowing the angle. But he still stayed there and was looking through the bodies like this. He was looking through the bodies like this.
The ball is faster than you.
You can't read it. And the ball didn't even go to the corner.
Go to the corner.
No.
The ball didn't even go to the corner. And then the third goal, Lee and Hakimi combine. Kvaratskhelia makes himself available on the spot and he scores. And that's what I'm saying.
Now, that's
the Chelsea issues. The Chelsea issues. And look, to be fair, I tweeted it. Yesterday's game wasn't a 5-2 victory for Paris Saint-Germain.
No, they didn't deserve to win.
It wasn't a 5-2 victory for Paris Saint-Germain. But it turned out to be so because of what I have been speaking about for a very long time. See, Liam Mozina, you can't tell me Joao Pedro can't play 90 minutes.
A shock.
How? Because Liam Delap hasn't played well the whole season. It's not like only 1 month ago. In a game like this, what you need is a player who is able to hold up the ball.
Simple.
A player who can, when Chelsea decide to go to him, he can hold up the ball and get others to come close. He can let the team breathe. But you take him off for Liam Delap, who is only going to run. And in doing so, the impression you create is that we want to win. You want to score more goals. And you brought on Lavia. I don't have anything against Lavia. But Lavia is not quick. He's not sharp. Yeah. You can't tell me that Caicedo and then Enzo can... In fact, in bringing on Lavia, where's Andre Santos?
He was on the bench, I think.
I would bring Andre Santos on.
Because he had played regularly.
He has rhythm. Yeah. At least he has rhythm. So I'll bring him on to show the midfield. So when I say Chelsea's project doesn't make sense, you can't spend the amount of money we spent and we will sit here and complain about goalkeeping one. You can't spend the amount of money we spend. And Liam Rosinia is your coach. Not because it's no good. But if you want to compete for the big things, some of these little mistakes, and what Liam Rosinia did is normal for his category of coach.
Yeah, very normal.
It is very normal. When Enrique reacted or changed something, he couldn't read to adjust. His game plan from the start there, for me, he worked. Me, from where I sit, he worked. But when Enrique was changing things...
competitive up until...
That's how City will beat Nottingham Forest and say, oh, they played well. I said the last time.
So for me, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Achu, what you want to still after what Joe has done? Do you want to still...
No, but they did. The two of them did one game. Then we did.
Yeah, so I don't know why he still wants to.
We did one game. No, coach said he won't talk about.
You spoke about Spurs.
You did the Spurs one.
Let's talk about Real.
Because right now I left Madrid.
Let's talk about
go.
Charlie,
he's in a hurry to move on from Chelsea.
Left Madrid and Arsenal.
Wait, yes.
Why, what do you want?
No, there's nothing to talk about.
But what do you want to talk about Madrid?
Make we no talk Madrid game. Make we talk Arsenal.
The team where they lead the league phase. The team where you lead league phase.
What happened?
What do you mean what happened? What happened in Madrid's game?
Madrid beat City.
Arsenal too came to draw.
Oh, Massa.
But beat City be what? Who beat City?
Victor.
One-time Champions League winner. Who beat City?
They make we no talk Madrid too.
That's why they talk. So if you talk Arsenal, quadruple team, you don't want to talk about them. Quadruple.
0 Champions Leagues.
But why you want to talk about City, Madrid?
Can you shut up?
Why you want to talk about City?
Why you want to talk about
Pep? Will they talk about?
Okay, Pepinho, cool. Yeah, Pepinho, the hair. Hey, here Thierry say, Charlie, you know, he be Barca boy. But Douala. You don't know what today the Madrid jersey inside.
You say if
you check like it's something day inside. It sure say if he is he wear, he will grow back. Because you know they understand. You know they understand.
Nobody does. Actually,
media I do.
All season, we've sat here many times complaining about Real Madrid, espouse their problems. They were missing their best player.
Yeah.
All season. We all predicted that Man City were going to destroy them and knock them out. A player who has never scored a hat-trick in his entire career somehow pops up with a hat-trick. 3-0. They get a penalty. Should have been 4. Man City completely destroyed. only on the Champions League night. Why? Why is it that Real Madrid can be as poor as anything, but when it's Champions League night, on most occasions, they find some magic. I don't know where they find it from. Because yesterday's game still mentiasie.
There is a Sum Sum party.
Hey, would you stop whistling?
There is the what does
The
that
Sum
like
Sum thing, no, it's not real.
Oh,
Something
aspects of it, like the how do you explain that Thiago Pita's performance? It's not something
will
you
you
see.
behave?
It's not something you see every time from him. I did not expect him to be as composed
Champions League.
as he looked. Right.
Yes.
And so for those who say that,
That boy is an academy boy.
yeah,
Yeah, Abelon knows him well from. Abelon knows him really well from that. Yeah.
those who like to say that it gives players special belief and makes them perform to levels never seen before. Wednesday night was one of those for Thiago Pitach. But and the other Sum Sum thing is Fede Valverde. Look, make nobody lie. Even for those who say he's underrated, blah blah. What happened to him on
he's a
Wednesday?
good player.
He's never had a game like that in his life. Never.
No.
So this wasn't one of those.
There was no foot wrong.
We told you that it's not even about that. This wasn't one of those.
It was one of those.
We told you never in his life. Arbeloa has got 701 days without scoring in the Champions League.
Who? Arbeloa.
Sorry, Valverde.
But he's playing right back.
I know, but I'm saying that is him now.
Yeah.
It's 701 days. That is over 2 years. Roughly 2 years of not scoring in the champion. So this is not an attacking midfielder who does it and sometimes it gets understated or decides games. What he did on Wednesday has never been seen before.
Yeah.
It will take another 700 and something.
And he wouldn't do it
For
again.
him to score one.
One.
He wouldn't do it.
It's not true. You
So
score.
look, if you had ever
Hat trick.
if you
No,
had
not
ever,
hat trick, but he will score.
But that's
Oh, yeah.
no goals. He will score. He scored scorches. The other thing about the goals was that none of the goals was similar to the typical Valverde goal.
Brother.
None of them. Even the one that he had to shoot, it was with the weaker foot. So technically, it was not your typical.
He started with right foot, left foot, right foot.
But that is where you also bring in the things we can explain. See, for every miraculous Real Madrid performance, there is a significant component that can be explained.
I'm listening.
This one is all on Pep. The lineup was arrogant.
How so?
The
Very
approach
disrespectful.
was arrogant. The lineup was arrogant in the sense that the midfield had no spine. And I made a tweet after City beat Newcastle at Etihad in the league that the way they play, it was going to cause them problems in the game against Leeds United. And in fact, they were very lucky to have escaped that first half at Elland Road without conceding a goal. But very open, opponents would have chances. And he turns up at the Bernabeu with Rodri as the only natural midfielder in the team. The only player, apart from the back line, who had any defensive instincts.
How?
And then he decides that Savinho, who this season has not been reliable to the extent that in January, they needed to go and sign Semenyo to join the attack. In the biggest game of the season, that is where Savinho plays. In the biggest game of the season, he plays Semenyo in a position he's never tried him since he joined City. So in attack, he had all of these things he was doing that didn't make sense, things that had not been rehearsed before. For whatever reason, Pep somehow thought that without trying this in even the Carabao Cup or in the weakest against the weakest opponents in the Premier League, he could somehow try it against the best team in the Champions League history, and he was somehow going to get results. It didn't make sense to me. The cost of that, Nico O'Reilly, 2 weeks ago, his academy coach came to explain the guy's skill sets and said he never understood why Pep was experimenting with the boy at left back. Pep had reverted the boy into attacking midfield. And what did we see? In his first game back as an attacking midfielder, two fantastic goals. Followed that up with some brilliant performances. And then out of the blue, Pep decides that, because Madrid are at home, Albacete, Osasuna, Mallorca, Celta Vigo
Getafe.
are all getting good results against Madrid. That is a time to revert an attacking midfielder who had rediscovered his form back into left back. And that was the opening that the spirit of Madrid saw, and they decided to punish. And I loved the nature of the punishment. All 3 goals came from that spot. The first goal, O'Reilly, again, without the defensive instincts, did not know how to, because he was not in a bad position. That long ball that came in there. If you put a defender there, if you put a defender there,
Could he?
he could have.
The ball was in behind him.
They will do enough to put.
the trajectory of the ball.
But again, it was his positioning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could have.
It was his position that allowed the player.
So he was just.
So if you put a defender in that position,
Valverde's touch
they
took him out.
close that space
It's because
on
of his
him
body
even
shape.
before the ball drops, because no defender worth his salt would allow, even if it is a defender behind them, they are not allowing you to steal a match from them, because once the player gets ahead, your only option is a foul, red card. So nobody does that. But you cannot blame the boy, because that's not his stock in trade. And look, I don't think there's anyone who can watch Nico O'Reilly and find any justification for playing him at left back. There is no aspect of that boy's game that suggests that he will make a better left back.
But the
than
guy-
attacking midfield.
For me,
the
I
guy-
hadn't seen him play in midfield before.
The guy has been a
Until
super
I
left
saw
back.
him-
But the left back in the Premier
Recently.
League, he's been good though.
He's been good enough.
I'm coming is that.
No, he's had some
He's
really
been
good-
No,
good.
he's been very solid there.
He's been good. But when I saw him play in midfield,
I
Bro,
can- I
this
agree
guy
with that.
understood why.
No,
But
you see, when he played in midfield, I think it made City better. Not necessarily because he played better in midfield than his left back, but his physicality, his presence, his legs, and with the problems he have got with Rodri now recovering, it makes City more solid. And I like him in midfield because he also gets crash the box. You know,
You know why?
But
I'm
the left
saying
back
this?
is good.
No,
I don't think it's bad.
He has
All Cup
looked,
safe, I should
he
say
has
he
looked
played
decent
left back.
in games where you have not had any proper wingers testing.
Oh, this
We have seen him.
Even
This season he's come up against everybody.
Not even that, but on the O'Reilly thing, even I remember very well the first meeting of the two teams in the group phase.
Yeah.
He played at left.
He played left
He
back.
was solid.
And he was solid.
That's why I'm saying
I
that.
thought he's a left.
I'm saying
I
that he
haven't
has.
seen him in midfield.
Of course.
I think
I haven't seen any proper winger testing. I've not been convinced by, because look, there is playing in a team where the shape does not require you to do too much. At this level, every single detail matters. Every detail matters. And look, Abeloa may be inexperienced. The moment the first one worked, he said, "Aha na ibe wada." Aha na ibe wada.
Where there?
Aha, because look,
floodgate
it is a
has
game.
opened.
It is a game of fine margins. Sometimes there is no need to complicate some of these things.
No.
If there is an opportunity there, you try it a couple of times and see if you can punish them more. And they did, and it worked for them. So already you had a midfield that did not have the legs to defend against counter breaks there, because it was all Rodri. And this season, the most compact City have looked is when they had reverted to that 4-2-3-1.
Rodri and the other Spanish boy.
That is the most compact. And I thought that for
Gonzalo.
the knockout games that City are playing from this stage in the Champions League, that strategy is better suited, especially for the away games.
Do you think a comeback is possible?
It's possible.
Because Madrid haven't been great at all. And we've seen Pep
That is-
team blow Madrid apart
That is
at the Etihad before. No?
this is a very different City team.
Yeah, but I'm saying
But
that,
the
I'm just
issue
saying
is-
that we've seen them blow them apart
They-
before.
City can score 3 in the first half,
Yeah.
and somehow Madrid will get a goal or 2 in the second half.
So you don't
Mbappe
think
is back.
City can do it.
The problem,
Mbappe go play.
the-
Oh, he's back.
they can, but the
back for the
problem
second
I
leg.
find with City is that they don't have that balance. They don't have that solidity. If even against weaker opposition, like Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, we can call those things out, and they are playing out in our face. They don't disappear all of a sudden because City need to be solid. You can't wash it away. So yes, they will get goals, but I don't think they qualify.
I'll go here and come here and come here.
Okay.
Coach,
Yes.
why did it all go wrong for Man City? Or why did it all go right for Real Madrid? Because,
I think first of all, we have to talk about what Madrid did right.
yes,
Because I think that is where the actual thing is. Madrid knew what their weaknesses were.
their own team's weaknesses.
They knew that at right back, they had a fullback who will be good going forward, but on the 1v1 with Doku, he will struggle.
We take Duham a couple of times, Seth.
Yes, he will struggle. Trent, I'm referring to Trent here.
Yes.
So look at the positioning of Freddie Valverde.
Right back to midfield.
Right back to midfield. He was far right.
Hey, that guy the play ball.
Right back Kumwenga midfield.
That guy the play ball.
Just to make
I
sure
don't
that
think any player plays that has spaces better than
yeah,
him.
and just to make sure that anytime Doku had the isolation with Trent too, after he sold himself one or twice, I think Abaloa told him, don't sell yourself. We'll double up on him. So Valverde, Tchouaméni get closer. The idea was that Valverde will get closer. Tchouaméni will block the channel of the pass through them and force Doku to go back. And that happened on countless
Tchouaméni, what a player.
occasions.
I'm just so happy right now.
Point
He's in
number
his
2.
position and he's fit. People go, yeah.
Point number 2.
Really fucking Tchouaméni. What a baller.
Real Madrid
God
knew,
damn it.
again, per the team sheet of Man City, they knew that Man City had only one natural ball winner in that midfield. And yeah, he's a ball winner who we all know to be very good, but since the ACL injury,
His legs are gone.
legs technically.
But yes, considering the factors you mentioned, being only the guy in mid, he held his own.
Yes, you see,
Like if you watch him,
he had his own
but collectively
on the ball,
they let him,
but to win the ball,
space be big.
Yeah, he needed help.
he needed help.
Yeah, he didn't get it.
And Madrid clearly.
Oh, next season they go around address, so
And
they
then
won't do
2.
too much for Benabao.
3, Pep's deciding not to start with his usual right back.
He started with Kusanov.
Yes, Kusinov is a centre back.
Yeah.
He's not a right back. So that Kusinov, I think what he should have done was to show a bit more faith and conviction in the Portuguese boy.
Nunes.
Nunes, you have been playing there, play there. So that if possible, let's double up. So that he rather bring the Kusanov boy to partner Gay. I saw the Portuguese defender.
Diaz.
I don't know what's wrong with him. He's become so terrible. Because naturally, when he plays, he's supposed to be the leader. He's going to be the one who organizes them. But in the game yesterday, if you look at that Valverde second and third goal, where
Between
was
the
the
centre
organization?
backs, like, it was.
Where was the organization? And Gay has played with Kusanov more times than he's played with what?
Ruben Diaz.
Ruben Diaz.
Since he joined, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So Real Madrid saw the weaknesses in the Man City team and more or less baited them with the Mumra. Come. When we get it, we'll quicken the pace of it. All they needed to do was to bypass the front 5. Silvinho, Doku, Savinho, is Doku,
Savinho.
Semenyo,
SS.
Haaland, and then
Doku.
the other Portuguese
Bernardo.
boy, Bernardo Silva. His legs are gone.
Yeah, Bernardo Silva. I thought he was the one tasked to help.
But his legs are gone.
Oh, but to be fair, in the last 2 months he balled.
But this one,
He was advancing more.
he was advancing more. Why he needed to be closer to Rodri a bit more.
Yeah.
That was the wrong tactic Pep applied.
He didn't do that. And Real Madrid exploited that. Now, if you look at Man City, yesterday they were too much of being an individual team. If you put out a team that lacked balance, they have to function as a block,
So unit.
as a unit. That is the only way they can more or less nullify the imbalance in their own team. How many times did Semenyo touch the ball? How many times did Haaland touch the ball? It's because in the box, and even that time, it's because they were not in sync with
So
each other.
in other words, the team existed in silos.
In silos, not as a unit. And this one, it goes solely to the manager. What was he thinking about? What were his thoughts? Gross disrespect.
A shock.
gross,
certain arrogance.
What?
To think that you could just
gross
pick up any
disrespect.
lineup,
I think this is the second time I've seen him
do something like
do
that.
such a thing. The first one was when he did in that Champions League final against Chelsea, where he felt that his
he was
most
going
creative player should rather be at the end of the creativity of the team. You remember where he put Kevin De Bruyne that day?
Very
He
forward.
benched Aguero and took Kevin De Bruyne to go and play as a false nine. He's the one who creates. Rather, you wanted him to go and wait for the creativity of the team and score. Completely. If you remember that game, Man City became a better team when Aguero came on and De Bruyne got withdrawn. That was where they were able to create some few chances.
Then they blew his face.
And you understand? Yesterday was a perfect replica of what the man did in that Champions League final. I listened to him. Typical of him. He wouldn't accept that his thinking, his tactics on the day didn't work. Rather, he said the game didn't show a 3-0 game. And the game were decided by moments. I disagree. They were not all about moment. Your team had no plan. Your team had no framework on which they were to stand and compete. It's because you, the head coach, did not create a framework for them to stand on. The Man City I know, I've said that this team is not the typical Man City team that he's built. I think this, of his since he came and got rid of Clichy, Sanyam Breku, Mangala, and those people, this is the weakest team I think he's had 3 different teams, just included. This is the weakest.
I think 4.
4 after he's sacking. Okay, 4. This one, I think they're still getting to know each other a bit more. And technically, they're not as good as when Bernardo Silva was in his prime and those guys were in their prime. They're not as good. So one thing that, again, I didn't see in them is the ability to work. They didn't work hard enough. Watch Semenyo. Watch Haaland. When the pass was meant for him and it didn't get to them, what did they do to recover the ball for the team? A typical Pep Guardiola team. Yesterday, I missed the Argentine striker, the one who plays for Atletico Madrid.
No worries.
That ball, if you pass him the way, it doesn't get to him. If the ball is within his reach, he comes and presses the one who takes the ball or who has intercepted the ball. But look at Haaland. Look at Semenyo. Look at Bernardo Silva. And that Brazilian winger,
Savinho.
What exactly was he doing yesterday? Look, I couldn't believe it. And for me, when I saw the team, I said, Papa, why are you not Zenobio?
Why are not the interview?
Why are you not Zenobio? The Mazi. Or tired.
Abadama.
He's always stretching. Look, in the modern era, as we speak today, he's the best. What he has done in football, nobody can take it away from him. But at times, so he should be a bit measured and show a bit more respect to the opponent. And Real Madrid, if you don't respect them, the only team in my view who has got the license to disrespect Real Madrid is Barcelona.
Interesting.
They have got the license and they can decide when to and when not to. But apart from Barcelona, no team in the world.
Fair enough. So here's my question to you. Can Man City do it?
I
they
think
overturn
it's possible. In their case, I think it's possible. But for them to overturn it, they need to score a minimum of 2 goals without reply in the first half. I think if it gets to 2-0,
And
in
they're
that
chasing
second
that
half,
last
they can
goal to
play
take it to
it.
extra
There will be
time.
no need to take extra risks. They can play, because if it goes to penalty, you want to trust Donnarumma, he will save 2. I think he's a better penalty stopper than Thibaut Courtois. I think if it goes to penalties, Donnarumma will save at least 2 in the first half.
Interesting.
In the first 5 take. So it is possible in their case because all they need to do, I'm not sure he will repeat the same setup. He will make them
the only reason you trust them more than Chelsea is because you think they have more strength.
They have more strength. They have more experience at this level. They've been there before.
And also because of the man on the bench.
And the man on the bench, he can look at it and he can do something.
Because I know there will be people watching and thinking, but it's the same 3-goal deficit. Why is it possible for this people but not possible for
this people?
But the talent level is not the same. The coaching level
at all.
Yeah.
Rose, you can't compare to Pep. Rose comes nowhere closer to Pep. So in their case, I think it is possible.
What do you think? I mean, Ose, we all know the reason Madrid keeps showing up. We just don't want to admit it and acknowledge it.
I mean,
What is that?
Listen. Soon. See, there's something about Real Madrid that makes even coaches like Pep overthink for no reason.
All right.
Because most of the time when Pep has overthought, it has failed. Everything has been working for him so much so that he thinks he can make no mistake and get it. He can make no mistake. But this season, it hasn't been smooth sailing for you. So to even try to be too smart doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But when you play against Real Madrid, unbelievable things happen. Me, I've come to terms with it. And I said it somewhere that I would never bet against Real Madrid, even if I know.
Oh, yeah.
You've said it here.
Even if I know.
You say it all the time.
Even if I know Valverde is injured, Bellingham is injured, Mbappe, Abeloa is sick, Courtois' hand is broken, and they have to use the Castilla boys. Still, I know in my heart that Real Madrid can lose or will lose. But me to be from an uncle.
Because it can come back to bite you.
I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Every year, you feel like there's a football reason, but I've seen enough.
Bro, honestly,
I've seen enough.
like we can explain all we want. Even the whole thing even started with the overthinking. Like, why did Pep do what he did?
It's because it's Real Madrid.
Look, Real Madrid played without any attacking pivots. Nothing. Nothing. In the middle of the park. Your eyes will light up to see that it's Tchouaméni with Thiago, with Goulet.
Yeah,
It's a weak midfield.
Yeah.
Like, on paper, it's a weak midfield. And Gene Housen has been on and off this season. Ferland Mendy just returned from injury. We all know Trent.
Rudiger.
We know Rudiger hasn't played well. So when you look at the Real Madrid team, they have no business. But it is. And Real Madrid. Champions League nights at Real Madrid. Charlie, the feeling is different. But let's talk. Let me try and explain what I saw. That's something that is Sunsum. But Sunsum wants to present a case to make it believable.
Susu can be explained.
The Sunsum now has given you a case so that human beings can feel like you know something.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Yeah, you can try and make sense.
So we are listening.
And Achu and coach have said it. Pep Guardiola starting 11 was a problem.
It
was a problem. And even worse was the approach with the 11.
That's it.
For me, since O'Reilly came back to play in midfield, City have looked a lot better because it coincided with Ed Nori also looking settled.
Yes.
So allow Ed Nori to play his left back. And then O'Reilly, who has got the physicality and the legs to help Rodri.
In the
And then Bernardo Silva can also do his things because on the ball too he can.
And then bench the
Savinho goes.
Savinho.
And the Savinho guy said, you wanted to sell the guy only this summer. Even in January, you were looking for an opportunity to offload him because Semenyo came through. So why is that all of a sudden in the game against Madrid at the Bernabeu, you think he's a solution? I don't understand that thinking. Kusenov hasn't been a reliable right back. It's been the Portuguese. Then on one of the biggest nights,
You just tweak.
then you change them, then you bring.
Because of Vinicius.
Yeah, but Kusenov, no, one-on-one is not great.
But you better know news.
One-on-one. Kusenov, me, I don't feel him before.
It's better if he's supporting as a right side.
If he's
Rather,
central.
you put the numbers, and then he is behind. And the way beating the penalty back.
If he's central, maybe. But if he has to defend on the line, Vini no train will be added down. You know, pushing off.
Stopping.
You see some ball way. In fact, that be the second goal. You see the way Vini gets in front of one way, the guy fall down. Gets in front of one way. But you see, Pep's application was the problem. He already had a front four in Doku, Haaland, Semenyo, Savinho. And then he further pushed Bernardo Silva to go and sit behind the front four. So it was a front five, which isolated Rodri. But this is where Abalawa got a smart. Ada Gule and Brahim Diaz, they now started playing on Rodri.
Yeah.
So in behind Bernardo Silva is only
a big space for just those two to operate.
And that is where trends became important.
Yeah.
Because then now Madrid didn't have to pass through City, but they had to give the ball to Trent, whose ability to think, if he clips the ball, it's like he's playing, but the ball will go.
Yeah.
Like, it's maybe some way, it'd be too
It's like
casual.
playing tennis.
Yeah, like Federer, they play backhand.
Today you didn't read comments. People were asking what the
Federer.
If I do one more,
Federer. Federer.
So straight away, those spaces were evident, like it was so visible what Brahim Diaz and Adagula were doing. So at that point, I thought Pep was trying to ask Bernardo, leave the front for the front four.
Drop deeper.
Enjoy your boy. Because what he was trying to do was that he was going to mark Chouameni and then Thiago Pitach. So Bernardo and then Semenyo would defend Thiago Pitach and Chouameni. But Madrid are not passing the ball from the back. So what's the use? They are dinking the ball over your 5-man press into 2 players around Rodri. So Rodri couldn't defend against them.
Yeah.
So all you do is get Bernardo Silva to come and sit alongside Rodri, and then ask Real Madrid to find a way to get the ball or move the ball forward. But they weren't doing it. But and this is why the first goal, I don't blame O'Reilly so much. It was a reaction from Gay from what Brahim Diaz and then Adagula were doing. Gay, in fact, at some point, he kept asking, why is anymore? So there was a point that Adagula was around. Rodri was keeping an eye on Brahim Diaz, and then Adagula was free, but he was in front of Gay. So Gay took the risk of going to close up on him because he had become an easy space for Courtois or anybody to ding the ball to him. So once he moved from that space, O'Reilly was already okay with Valverde. Then Courtois spots the space that Gay has vacated and plays the ball over the top. If Gay was in position,
He meets him.
Valverde, that is why I don't blame O'Reilly. If Gay was in the position, Valverde, there's no way Valverde does what he does. He would have controlled the ball maybe straight, and the ball is wide, so you have more time to recover.
So it's all chain reaction.
Chain reaction. Because Gay had committed to venture into midfield, ball over the top, the space is big between Diaz and O'Reilly. Valverde takes a brilliant first touch.
Yeah.
But you see, Donnarumma's awareness of where he was not there.
Zero.
Because when Donnarumma stepped out, he was still in his box.
Yeah.
But he thought he was outside the box. So he pulled his left hand when he was going down. In fact, he could have got the ball.
Simple.
But he was so unsure of his angles. So he pulled his hand when Valverde clipped the ball around him. Then Freddy saw the open net and then readjusted it. It wasn't an easy finish.
Very difficult.
He made it look easy.
If you
Because the
look
way
at
he had to bend, the speed, he had to hold a bend and then pass the ball into the
Technique.
Brilliant Freddy. Then Freddy scores. Then the second goal, for example, again, I don't blame O'Reilly. I don't even necessarily blame the what's the name? I don't even necessarily blame Diaz and Gay. When Vinicius Junior picks up the ball and then he's coming, City are in a wonderful position. In fact, the defenders are in spaces where they can block passes, or Vinicius Junior has to come out with a brilliant pass. And to be fair, Vini's ball wasn't going to get to Valverde in that position. The ball would have gone wider, which means Valverde couldn't have taken the shot there. But unfortunately for Diaz, the ball deflects off him, which sets the ball better for Valverde in a good angle. One touch away from the defender, brilliant left foot touch, and then the ball scores. He makes a good run. To be fair, the run is good. Yeah. But Vini had to play almost an impossible pass to find him, but the deflection aided him.
At the time, once the run, Valverde ran
on the shoulder of Gay,
anticipating that Vini would pick the pass to him. So the problem with the two centre backs was that who was picking up the run?
You see, he ran on the shoulder of Gay.
Yeah.
Yes, so if you run on the two of you, if you are and the man is running on the shoulder of Gay here,
Yeah.
whoever is here,
The run was
sees him go.
between O'Reilly and Gay.
Yeah, so O'Reilly follows him.
Good. But when he made that run, the pass was never going to come onto the deflection.
That's what I'm
City were
saying.
good.
No, as for the run,
Yeah, so
you follow the run, not wait for the
what
pass.
coach is saying is that at the point where he still is in contact with O'Reilly, he makes the decision either to go or pass him on to go here.
Yes.
So if you are not following him, you alert the nearest defender that keep an
The
eye
pass
on him.
wasn't meant for him. It deflected into
No,
his
the pass was meant for him, but
Meant for him, but
he wouldn't
it
have
was
reached him in
Yeah,
that
he wouldn't have
position.
reached him. Okay,
But he's
yes.
saying that
Say,
at the time Valverde is
So O'Reilly
about
should
to
have
do the-
followed.
Yeah, if
O'Reilly
he
should
had
have
followed
followed
him, he's
or
blocking that
communicate-
shot.
So, but coach, you know the thing you coaches you tell defenders these days.
If O'Reilly follows him, he's leaving a huge space.
Yes.
So you
who
pass
was
him on.
there?
So go ahead.
Who was there?
Right.
So as he's going, is Gay and is
no, yeah,
No, he's
so
talking about
O'Reilly, if he
tapped
follows
inside.
him,
Yeah.
who was
There was
there?
no danger behind him. is what
But
coach
here's
said.
the thing. That's the thing that coaches will tell you.
That
When you realize that the player is running himself offside, and to be fair, City has kind of a good line. Oh. He's running himself offside.
Leave him.
no, but he was running from deep.
Oh no, when he beat O'Reilly,
Yes.
he had Valverde's run was good though.
That's what I'm saying.
When he made the diagonal run, the
if-
pass was not going to reach him. The pass it wasn't a great pass like that.
If it's about anticipating him to be offside, then you are not being proactive on the job.
You should have followed him.
Followed him.
Okay.
No, I'm saying that where
You see, if he
O'Reilly
had followed
was
him, it would have been
following
something like this. So he blocks
if
the
he's
ball.
following Valverde in,
Yeah.
he's going to drag the entire
Drag
City defense.
defense.
Now, let's imagine he didn't deflect. It would have been a simple Valverde just picking the ball and feeding it here. And
Yes.
it would have been
And-
a late runner
yeah.
coming.
No, but
And that's free
So the
space.
two centre backs,
No,
should
you
have
could
done
put
that.
that for
That's
the
why-
two centre
that's
backs
why
should
I'm
have been
saying
in charge of
at
this.
that point,
If you don't follow him,
at that point,
you hand him over through
the next
communication.
defender.
It's okay. So, Sicho, you go on.
So if Valverde in Diaz trying to cut out the pass,
Yeah.
it drops kindly to Valverde, who's the great spot. And then the finish again is an incredibly difficult finish.
But I think
But-
Donnarumma could have done better on that finish.
Sure.
With his height and his...
the reach.
No, he didn't do this.
Yeah, I'm saying
He
that
did
the
this.
reach he has.
He did this.
A shorter
have saved
goalkeeper, you can excuse that.
But with
for him,
should have saved that ball.
Sicho, let's talk about
I think it's tough. But we'll see.
the return leg.
Then the
You
third
are a
goal.
big fan of that City
Let me
distraction
finish-
of Real
let me
Madrid. Hold
finish
on.
the third goal.
You're a fan of City distraction of Real Madrid. You like to reference that game a lot.
Right now, your fan have made City and Real Madrid a local
Look out
name.
down.
Yeah.
do you know that?
And that matters every day. We are not matter. The people say something.
You know that in the last 5 years,
Allow the guy,
Madrid
allow
have
the
faced City more times than they have faced Girona, who play in La Liga.
Because
But
the draws are like that.
Coach says he thinks it's possible in City's case. Do you share in that opinion?
If there is one team capable of overturning the scoreline, it's a team coached by Pep Guardiola. However,
He's the X factor.
to do it against Real Madrid is another thing. And to do it with this City team is another thing. I do not think that this City team have got it in them to beat Real Madrid with 3 unanswered goals at the Etihad.
Really?
Because they would have to be as perfect as they were in 2019.
No,
2022. And I don't think this City team have got the control to allow that. Look, the way City are playing now, that is how Real Madrid loves everybody to play. Chaotic. Play some. Let's play some. Play some. Let's play some. I'll find some space. I'll get the. If Pep says the game was won on moments, no problem. That is Real Madrid. They've always done. When you make it, they will punish you. So I think that if there's a team capable of doing it, it's a team coached by Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola can do it. He's a master guy. He would have read the game, would have seen. But against Real Madrid,
That's where
the question marks are. So I don't see City overturning the scoreline.
And okay, you get the last bite on that game. If you want to, want to talk about another game, that's okay.
Obi, I just want to talk for my player, O'Reilly. I don't think he was that bad.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think he was that bad. The first goal, yes, you can bet. The rest of the 2 goals wasn't him. And it was more of Pep messing up than O'Reilly. So he will go to the World Cup. Then he'll probably be the one Kudus will come up against on that left-hand side. So
No, I think Lewis Hall will play either for me.
Luis Hall is no better than O'Reilly.
I think defensively, Hall is better.
As a left back.
Defensively,
Yeah,
As a left back, I think Hall is better.
Defensively, move.
I think
Have you people forgotten O'Reilly this season at
No,
left
O'Reilly
back?
has been great, but I like also, do you know why?
What's that? Hall, no, he carries
Carries
that natural
he moves the team like he be proper.
natural
O'Reilly be baller.
He be baller, but you say
O'Reilly be baller, but
you want to pick the
He's a
specialist
certain
in the
unless
position
Tuchel
before
wants
you
to do that,
yeah, maybe
that thing.
that
If
he wants-
invest into
if he
maybe-
wants-
but if you want
unless he wants to do, but if he wants,
Suhun Sawon
If he was what?
Suhun Sawon movement is
then that one, Lewis Hall.
What movement?
Suhun Sawon to and fro movement, going and coming.
But if he doesn't make the World Cup, I'll be stunned because
Oh,
he'll be a great option in
But
next
he was
year.
playing. He played a couple.
Okay, DK.
Yeah. I want to talk about the second leg.
Yes.
Yeah, I think City can beat Madrid. Madrid have been very.
And qualify.
Madrid have
So you
been
have to be
very
specific.
poor. Look, they've been very poor this season.
We all agree.
They gift chances. In fact, the Benfica game, had Benfica got small quality, I think it would have been much closer than that. Benfica
Especially
were
the
by
return
yes,
leg.
return leg. Benfica were much
Madrid,
better
that was very close.
in some way. But the thing is, City has touched on it. The way City play, yes, they've always been like that. But the volume of chances they give away, especially in transitions, too many. Too many opportunities. They are there. And you don't need to be some expert team to capitalize. The spaces are huge. Even when they have looked compact, they've still given away those spaces. So I think City will win the second leg. I think one of those games where the last 10 minutes will decide. I don't think it's straightforward done like that. City can worry. In fact, first half, City could bang 2 or 3 goals.
They'll be hungry.
Don't be
They'll be
surprised.
very hungry.
Don't be
I can
surprised. Dealing with Haaland in that second leg will be tough.
Maybe something.
I think Pep will revert to type. Will allow Semenyo to be on the end of chances, Haaland to be on the end of chances. And that could be dangerous. In fact, the second half, when he brought Tijani on that 3-man midfield, Madrid really didn't create much.
Yeah, even that ball crowd was there. You could
It
have
was
played
about
alongside
exploiting.
with-
Yeah, it was about exploiting City's
can you
silly mistakes
imagine
from
finding
the
balance
lineup.
between O'Reilly, Tijani, and Rodri?
Be tough. Oh.
And then just sets out Bernardo Silva in some games.